Today, Crick Tunnel is a peaceful stretch of water, a quiet place for leisure boats and drifting dreams. But make no mistake, this is a tomb of blood and clay, a grave for men who were never named, never mourned, and never mattered. Crick Tunnel took 21 years to build, from 1793 to 1814, and not because the engineers didn't know what they were doing, but because the hill was alive. It fought back, with mudslides, with collapses, with death. This tunnel halted progress on one of Britain's most important canal routes. The Grand Junction Canal was meant to power trade across the country, but it couldn't move forward because Crick refused to be conquered. Engineers James Barnes and later Benjamin Bevan sank shafts down through the hill to dig from the top. Precision met chaos, and every time they thought they were close, the earth crumbled. But it wasn't the engineers who paid the price, it was the navvies, disposable men paid just enough to live, work and die. No safety nets, no contracts, no health and safety, no mercy. One of the worst collapses in the early 1800s buried men alive. It took weeks to organise a rescue, and by that time, anyone who reached them, they were gone. Bodies never recovered, and names never recorded. Their lives were never honoured. The tunnel moved on without them, and so did history. You now float above their bones, through brick laid by bare hands that bled, through silence carved by voices that were never heard. There is no towpath inside. Horses couldn't pass, so they used leggers, men who lay on their backs and pushed boats with their feet against the tunnel walls. They worked in darkness for hours, sometimes up to 3 hours, surrounded by cold, damp air, pushing and pushing and pushing, all for a handful of coins, all for survival. Today, it takes just minutes to drift through, but each yard was earned in agony, in sacrifice. You pass through it in leisure, they pass through it to stay alive. Leggers were paid by the trip, not by the hour, so even after